Hey guys, in this video, going to be going over a strong competitive moveset build that you can teach Scyther in the Gen 1 Pokemon games, and one of the coolest Pokemon in the Gen 1 games, in my opinion, in terms of its overall aesthetics. Scyther, its typing is what really hurts it. It leaves it weak to a lot of things such as electric, fire, flying, ice, and poison, and very weak to rock. But in terms of its stats, it has nice attack up there at 110 and very respectable speed at 105. But Scyther's not going to be able to take much in the way of a hit with its special down there at 55, defense at 80, HP at 70. But if you can set Scyther up, it can really do some damage and sweep through the opposition. And another thing that I really like about Scyther is its best competitive build is very easy to access when you're playing your way through the Gen 1 games, because 3 of these moves are learned through leveling up, and then the other options that you can go with are TMs that you can access more than just once. Move number 1 is going to be Slash, which has a high critical hit ratio, and this is your offensive option if you're not powering yourself up with Sword Dance, because the idea here is that hopefully you can get in a Sword Dance to build off of your already high attack and then start sweeping through the opposition with Hyper Beam. But since Scyther can't really take much in the way of a hit and you're not able to set yourself up with a Sword Dance, then you're just going to want to go ahead and go with these slashes, because in the Gen 1 games, when you hit a critical strike, it doesn't factor in raising your attack with something like a Sword Dance. So again, the option here is to do Sword Dance, then Hyper Beam, or just go in with slashes and hope for that high critical hit ratio. So Slash is going to be learned through leveling up, and this is learned by Scyther at level 29. Sword Dance also learned through leveling up. This is going to be picked up at level 35. And then move number 3 is going to be Agility, which raises the user's speed by 2, hoping that you can increase your speed enough to where you're always attacking first. And Agility is going to be learned through leveling up at level 42. Move number 4, we have Hyper Beam, and this is what you're going to use to sweep through your opposition if you've been able to power yourself up. And this is going to be TM15 Hyper Beam, found over at the Rocket Game Corner for 5,500 coin. If you're worried about the recharge that Hyper Beam brings to the table, you can also possibly go with Double Edge. I don't like the recoil hit that has on Scyther, given it's not the tankiest option to begin with, but TM10, Double Edge is found over at the Rocket Hideout, and it's going to be south of this staircase in the Rocket Hideout down in this area. That's where you can pick up Double Edge. And I also think maybe if you don't want to go with something like an Agility, because you're already using a move to power yourself up potentially with Sword Dance, so maybe you don't have enough time to power yourself up with both a Sword Dance and an Agility, I think Substitute can also work for Scyther. TM50 found over at the Rocket Game Corner for 7,700 coin. This is also something that Scyther can learn by TM. When you have a Pokemon that can't take a whole lot in the way of hits, it's nice to be able to hide behind a Substitute. So if you're able to power yourself up with Sword Dance, and then maybe instead of Agility, throw out a Substitute that you can hide behind. And hopefully you have enough utility built into your competitive team where you're dealing out status such as Paralysis or Sleep to the opposition, giving your Scyther time to power itself up and then sweep through with powerful moves such as Hyper Beam or maybe Double Edge. But if you don't have time to power up, you can also just go ahead and use something like a Slash. So there's some different options that you can go with here. I really like Scyther, again, playing your way through the Gen 1 games, because you don't have to burn a lot of TMs on it for it to learn its strongest competitive moveset. And that's going to round this one out. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Consider subscribing, and I'll catch you back here next time.